When you see a yogi covered in ash, it doesn't look human. It looks like someone has stepped out of the fire, out of time, out of the rules of life itself. But what if I told you the ash on their skin is not decoration? It is a technology, a bridge between the physical and the beyond. A reminder of what you truly are and what you will one day return to. Stay with me till the end because the deeper meaning behind this ancient practice is far more shocking than you imagine. The first truth: ash means I am not this body. Yogis apply ash because it represents the final form of the body. Everything you think is you. Your beauty, your pride, your success, your identity ends as a handful of fine grey dust. Sadhguru says in Mystic Musings, if you hold the awareness of mortality, your life becomes profound. Ash is not a symbol of death, it is a symbol of clarity. A reminder that you are borrowing this body for a brief moment in this vastness of time. Why ash is not just symbolic, but the ancient yogis didn't use just any ash. They used ash from ritual fires where specific herbs were burnt in precise combinations. This ash carried a certain quality, a subtle stabilizing energy. It made the body less susceptible to external influences, whether emotional, energetic, or even occult. To them, ash was a kind of energetic insulation. Just as you wrap a delicate instrument to protect it, yogis wrap their own energy in ash. Your body is constantly burning. Every breath you take is combustion. Every thought you generate is friction. Every emotion is heat. This inner fire, Agni, can either purify you or consume you. The application of ash is like cooling the system with the memory of what lies beyond the body. Ash says, you are already burnt. Nothing can burn you further. This creates a kind of inner freedom, a psychological strength almost impossible to shake. Why ash stabilizes the system? Let's move from the poetic to the practical. Certain ashes contain highly alkaline minerals, carbon structures that neutralize acidity, compounds that induce microbial growth. In ancient times, ash functioned as a natural antiseptic, a coolant, a cleanser, a shield against insect and heat. But in yogic science, the effect goes much deeper. Sadhguru mentions that ash reduces the body's tendency to attract external energies. Think of it as reducing your energetic footprint. You become less reactive, less affected by other people's emotions, less disturbed by subtle forces. The Agoris, the most extreme branch of yogis, cover themselves completely in ash, not because they worship death, but because they want to transcend the fear of it. For them, the body is a temporary costume. Ash helps them detach from it entirely, not intellectually, but experientially. To sit with ash is to sit with truth. It strips away illusions. It burns attachment long before the funeral fire ever will. In ancient India, warriors applied ash before battle, not for intimidation, but because ash steadied their fear. If you see yourself as already dust, what is left to be afraid of? For yogis, Ash works in the same way, an armor made not of metal but of acceptance. A warrior who has no fear of death is the most powerful being on the battlefield of life. Everything in existence has a memory. Water has memory. Stone has memory. Ash carries the memory of complete burnout. Nothing left, nothing held back. This is why in mystic musings, Sadhguru hints that substances which have gone through total destruction have a special purity to them. Ash carries no past, no identity. It is the cleanest slate nature can offer. When applied, it reminds your own system to drop unnecessary baggage, emotional, psychological, karmic. Why yogis apply ash after intense practices? After deep meditation or powerful yogic kriyas, the body becomes highly receptive. Your energetic gates are wide open. This is a beautiful state, but also a vulnerable one. So, yogis apply ash immediately after such practices to seal the system, stabilize the energy, prevent unnecessary influences, reduce dissipation of prana. Think of it like cooling down after a spiritual marathon. Ash is usually applied on the third eye, the throat, the heart center, the navel, the sacral and root regions. These are not random spots. They correspond to the major energy centers or chakras. Ash acts like a grounding wire. It prevents excessive rise of energy and helps maintain balance during spiritual growth. When a yogi wraps themselves in ash, they are making a declaration. I am not the skin. I am not the flesh. I am the consciousness that burns through all this. It is not morbid, it is liberation. Ash does not glorify death, it liberates you from the fear of it. So, the next time you see a yogi covered in ash, remember you are not looking at someone trying to look mystical. You are looking at someone who has embraced the deepest truth of existence. Ash is not about death. Ash is about freedom, about understanding that nothing you cling to will follow you beyond the pyre. If this journey into yogic wisdom moved you, share this video, like it, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one.